Thank you. So today is the final day of the quiz competition. We had 4 groups that participated, and from each group we had 1 finalist, and we had schools from various provinces. And today those who have made it into the finals are Midlands Christian College, and as their name says, they are from Midlands. We also have Munashe High School from Mutoko. We also have, that's Mash East. We also have Nyanga High School, Marist Brothers, that's from Manicaland, and then Chinoi High School, that's from Mashonaland West. But my job today is just to be the director of ceremonies for the official part of today's proceedings. And for introductions, may I call upon the editor for Business Weekly, which is a publication under the Zim Papers stable, Mr. Herbert Sharare, for some introductions. Mr. Sharare.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Is it picking my?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for coming to attend this event. I would want to introduce key dignitaries attending this event. Deputy Minister of Finance and Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable K.D. Mnangagwa, who is our guest of honor. Let me give a disclaimer. Honorable Deputy Minister, thank you very much. Last November, you were also guest of honor during Capital Markets Awards, and we continue to cherish your support. Thank you very much. Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, CEO, Mr. Taruinga. Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, represented also at the highest level by Mr. I'm not picking. Anyway, thank you. Then Zimbabwe Mercantile Exchange, represented by Mr. Tafumane, a distinguished guest from Kenya, Cosmaf. Welcome, please. You can also show maybe by raising your hands or stand up. Thank you very much for gracing the occasion. Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, if represented, thank you. Valued sponsors, including ZB, our headline sponsor, Old Mutual, who have housed us here, and many other sponsors who I'm not going to mention for the interest of time. Please accept my apologies. Peoples representing competing schools and their officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Business Weekly and Financial Markets Indaba, Capital Markets High School Quiz 2024. Let me just start by giving some quotable quotes from Financial Markets. Jack Bogle, he says, buy right and hold tight. Then Warren Buffett, it is far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Then Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And this is the reason why we are here, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate investment in knowledge for the young kids who are our future in this business. We are here to witness the battle of giants, the last leg of schools competition involving those who came out tops during the preliminary stages held a few weeks back. As we gather here, our distinguished guests, our greatest wish is for the organizations represented here to continue supporting us with the initiatives whose objectives remain key in grooming capital markets alive Zimbabweans, that is catching them young. Like what I said already, we have got the Deputy Minister who has continued supporting us, and I expect more organizations also to continue supporting us. To the Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, our plea remains the same, that this area should be examinable in schools. maybe we are lagging behind. A lot might have been done, but we think, like what Franklin said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. With these few introductory remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I pray we are going to enjoy the competition as the students display their academic prowess. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Mr. Sharare, for those introductory remarks. And without wasting much of our time, may I call upon the CEO of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, Mr. Enmo Taruinga, for some welcome remarks. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Kudzi. Perhaps we can give him a round of applause. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll jump straight into my prepared speech. Let me start by acknowledging the presence of the Deputy Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable K.D. Mnangagwa, and I was whispering to him as we were seated to say we truly appreciate that we gave him a very short notice and he managed to avail himself. It's something, Honorable Deputy Minister, that we truly appreciate. Your presence, I think, increases the warmth around us and also gives us confidence that what we are doing, I think, speaks to the national interests. So thank you very much for acknowledging and being available. Let me also acknowledge the representatives from the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, fellow regulators from Central African Financial Market Supervisory Commission, who traveled all the way from Gabon, Cameroon. I think earlier on they were introduced. Thank you for coming. The Financial Market Indaba management and staff, representatives of the Business Weekly, our key sponsors. I'm seeing there's Business Weekly, ZimSwitch, ZB. I understand IPAS also came through. Thank you for sponsoring. I think, Honorable Deputy Minister, this is one of the events where I would want to believe that private sector has truly contributed and has led. We as a commission have actually been following, but we want to appreciate the steps and the initiatives taken by the private sector to actually make sure that the mandate of financial literacy is achieved. Let me acknowledge members of the media, participating schools and pupils, parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. As the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, we are indeed pleased to collaborate with Financial Markets Indaba and Business Weekly for the Capital Markets High School Quiz, which kicked off a few weeks ago on the 23rd of October. Allow me to congratulate Midlands Christian College, Menashe High School, Nyanga High School, Marist Brothers and Chinoy High School, who have qualified for the finals. I wish you all the best in today's quiz. We want to commend the Financial Markets Indaba and the Business Weekly for introducing this educational competition. It celebrates the quality and dedication found in Zimbabwe's educational system. And we salute the learners and the teachers for the excellence we have witnessed over the years, and particularly in this year's competitions. The program is aligned to our National Development Strategy 1 as the quiz seeks to foster financial literacy in learners and to foster a culture of savings and investment from an early age. One of the books that I've read that was very interesting to me is a book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it highlights that there are few areas in which a person can get rich. The foremost one is the ability to separate an asset from a liability. And the examples that are given in that book of what an asset is. And he throws in very robust ideas to say a house that you own and you are not earning rental might not be an asset. Rather, it can be considered a liability if you are forking out money for it. But one of the few areas that he calls assets, one of them is actually investments. Because those have got a potential not only to preserve capital, but also to increase the capital, though there's possibility of loss. The second one is education. He also says investment in education is considered an asset. So the schools that have participated in this quiz, I'm sure you have invested in knowledge and in the right kind of knowledge. Let me also acknowledge the support from our players, namely the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, ZB Holdings, Old Mutual, IPAS, the Association of Investment Managers, amongst others who have offered support through quiz material and indeed financial sponsorship. The contribution from the Commission was the Investment 101 Handbook, which we have availed as a free download, and its various extensions to ensure relevant and appropriate dissemination of financial literacy material. We are excited that this publication, written by Zimbabweans for the Zimbabwean investor, is the quiz's official resource. We are also delighted to share that SECZIM launched the Capital Market Braille Handbook on the 24th of September, and falling under the Persons with Disabilities National Financial Inclusion Strategy 2, that speaks about nothing for us without us. That really compelled us to launch this version. So a Braille handbook is a book that can be read by those that are visually impaired. And for those that attended that session, we actually had a gentleman who stood up to the podium, went through the material, and there was a visual display of what is in the book, and they were going through word for word. It was a very touching experience. Amongst other financial literacy initiatives, the Braille Capital Market Handbook aims to achieve several outcomes, including enhanced capital market awareness, improved financial decision making, increased participation in the capital market, and financial inclusion. We also launched last year a toolkit around November, which contains all the investor education material, including the 101 handbook that we have just spoken about, and its translations. We also have got some plays and some videos in there. One of them called Mintu Pamari, Ayoba Mkoba, and the Grain of Fortune workbooks. SECZIM is also very happy to announce that all schools participating in the quiz will receive free kits as part of our #MySchool campaign. In conclusion, I wish all participants success through healthy and respectful competition. You are indeed our future, and I'm speaking to the learners, and we must prioritize your exposure to financial literacy. We must prioritize your exposure to investment habits so that you can become able custodians of and actors in the Zimbabwean economy. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taruvinga, the CEO of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, for those welcome remarks. Without taking much of our time, let me call upon the CEO of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, Mr. Justin Boni, as represented by Mr. Edwin Mutami, for some remarks. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Deputy Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable Deputy Kudakwashe Mnangagwa, welcome, sir. Our CEO for the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Enmo Taruvinga, Mr. Colin Tafmane, representing FinSec, and he's also our chair on the committee of SADC exchanges. President on the investment professional associations, Mr. Makwata, also recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, students from Midlands Christian College, Menashe High School, Nyanga High School, as well as Chinoy High School. Welcome. Today we have gathered here to witness the culmination of hard work, dedication and passion for learning about financial markets and investment strategies. As we look around this room, we see the bright minds of tomorrow, eager to showcase their knowledge and skills in the world of finance. Each one of you has worked tirelessly to reach this stage, and today we have an opportunity to demonstrate your understanding of capital markets, investment principles, as well as the economic trends. I commend all the participants for their determination and commitment to learning about a subject that plays a crucial role in shaping our economy. Whether you are from Midlands Christian College, Menashe High School, Nyanga High School, or Chinoy High School, remember that you are all champions in your own right for making it thus far in this competition. So perhaps you can pause just for a round of applause. So today, as you compete in the final round, remember to stay focused, remain calm under pressure, and most importantly, you have to enjoy the experience, because I think after all those rounds, it tells a story that you have really stood out above the rest. So enjoy the experience, cherish the moment. So this competition is not just about winning, but it is also, most importantly, I think, just taking from my regulator, Mr. Taruvinga, it is also about learning, growing, and most importantly, building friendships with fellow enthusiasts in the financial world. I wish all the finalists the best of luck. May your knowledge shine bright and your passion for capital markets guides you towards success. Remember, no matter the outcome, you are all winners for having the courage to step in the arena and showcase your talents. Let me give you one more round of applause as I start this class.
Thank you, Mr. Mtami, for those remarks on behalf of the CEO of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, Mr. Justin Boni. I've always said that, well, to the players, to the learners, you have the competition, the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe. You have seen the CEO, the man who is overall in charge. Maybe not overall, because there's another principal above him. But you have seen the CEO of the Zimbabwe, of the Securities and Exchange Commission. You have seen, as represented, the CEO of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. We have got another a market that we have, and we have been learning about it. The CEO of the Zimbabwe Mercantile Exchange, Mr. Colin Tafmane, and he's going to come now to give us some remarks.
Thank you so much, Director of Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to start by acknowledging our Deputy Minister of Finance, Honorable Mnangagwa, our regulator, the CEO of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Taruinga and his team, my colleagues from the ZSC, Edwin, and your colleagues, my colleagues from the industry, our visitors from the Central Africa, the organizers, Business Weekly, Financial Markets. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Most importantly, welcome to our students who have done so well to be at this point. I'm very delighted and I'm also honored to stand before you on a platform that is very important and very close to our hearts within ZMX and the wider group, which is escrow. Our mission, if anyone has observed our activities, is largely on financial inclusion, to leave no one behind in terms of the journey towards our economic development that we firmly believe should be anchored on thriving financial and capital markets. That is the only way we can have sustainable development in our economy. So therefore, financial inclusion as well as catching youngsters when they are young in terms of financial literacy is very important. Very important to our group, very important to our country, very important to our markets. ZMX has entered the markets to bring in financial market solutions into our commodities where the real economy is taking place. And in so doing, we are also striving to promote the financial inclusion, bring on board our farmers, bring on board those amongst within our society that toil day and night to make a living while in the process contributing to economic development. So including those in our financial system is very important for our country. We have been involved in a number of initiatives and activities. Some of you may or may not know about C-Trade. Our youngsters, you need to know there is a platform there where you can play around, which is called C-Trade Fantasy, just so that you can learn the intricacies of trading without putting any real money. We have introduced warehouse receipts that enable our farmers that are out there to participate in the financial markets. And we have also been involved in training youngsters from tertiary organizations to prepare them for the world of investment and markets. Why do we need all this? We need all this to ensure that we connect our livelihoods to capital formation. Capital formation, capital must be formed from savings that we actually generate in our day-to-day activities. Those savings must be preserved and they must generate a return. How do they best do that? They best do that in a market, in an economy where the financial markets are thriving. Therefore, it is very important for this to be inclusive so that we mobilize savings from even those who are in informal sector, because they have to think about tomorrow. Imagine a society where people are just living for the day, and the day comes when you are 60, 70 years old and you are tired and you have not invested and you have not saved. That is a scary prospect, even if you are doing well today. So we look up to you, the youth, to actually inculcate in your activities a culture of saving and a culture of investing, because you are not doing it just to make money. You are just doing it for the sake of tomorrow. We need the youth to be on the forefront of discipline in terms of savings, in terms of investments, and we need to ensure that you are the ones that take the message to society. If the youth embrace a phenomenon, its chances of success is very high. Some people laugh when banks are going to primary schools to promote, kiddie banks and all that. That is very powerful, because when your daughter comes home and tell you that you need to open an account at ZB or at KEBS, you listen. So you, the youngsters, you, the youth, you play a very important role in the sense that you grasp these concepts fast. You are open-minded, you are very creative, and you have room to actually improve and innovate. And when you do that, you take the message back home and you impact the society in a manner that is unimaginable to you. So as I stand before you, I recognize that you have done well. That's why you are in the finals, which is very exciting. And I wish to congratulate you on the achievement so far and wish you all the best as you contest. And we'll congratulate the winners, but everybody is a winner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tafmane, for those remarks. Now, this slot was supposed to be, or is supposed to be, for our sponsors. They were supposed to come and give their speeches, but I'll speak on their behalf by thanking them. I would like to thank our headline sponsor. As you can see, ZB Financial Holdings. They are our headline sponsor for this year. And may we please give them a round of applause. I would also want to thank our gold sponsor, that's ZimSwitch. They are all about all things payments and trust, and they came through for us as the gold sponsor. We also have other sponsors. We have got Tika Shoes that have donated about 60 pairs of shoes to the students, to the learners, to the participants that are going to get Tika shoes, shoes from Tika Shoes. So we can also give them a round of applause. We also have Nivatel Capital that have given us the certificates as well as the trophies that the students will get after this competition. May we also give them a round of applause. We also have, as you can see in front of you, Zimpure, that's from Pure Water. They've also provided us with bottled water. We also have Delta Beverages. They've also sponsored some beverages for this competition. So may you help me to thank our sponsors, our partners for this, maybe by just giving them a round of applause. On behalf of Business Weekly and Financial Markets Indaba, I would also want to thank our technical partners in this competition. The material that the students are studying, some of them is coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe. Some of that material came from the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. Some of that material came from the Zimbabwe Mercantile Exchange, and all these are our technical partners in this quiz competition. So may you also we have technical assistance from IPAS. They've also assisted us. So may we give hands of applause for our technical partners for this competition. Now, without further ado, it is my singular honor. I know in his other side, in politics, they normally bring in someone who then gives the introductory remarks. But for today, it is my singular honor to call upon our guest of honor, the Deputy Minister for the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Honorable Kudakwashe Deputy Mnangagwa. And for him, you need to continue to clap your hands until he's here. All right.
Thank you. I tried to walk as fast as I could. Thank you to our Director of Ceremonies for relegating us into this corner. We're visitors, we're not allowed to smack our kids anymore. So they suggest that, you put them in a naughty corner. That isolation will make them behave. I would hope none of the speakers before me were misbehaving.
but if they did, I think we're all behaving after leaving this naughty corner. I thank you, Events Director. Let me start off by acknowledging representatives from the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. We also have officials from the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, the SECZIM CEO, Mr. Enimo Taruenga, the Central African Financial Markets Supervisory Commission, COSUMAF delegation, all the way from Gabon, Cameroon. Thank you very much for gracing us. We have the Financial Markets Indaba management and staff, representatives of the Business Weekly, sponsors of the Capital Market Quiz, representatives from the capital market, and we have the IPAD's president, Mr. Ranga Makwata, members of the Fourth Estate, participating schools and pupils, which is the reason why we're gathered here today. Parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. Now, I'm honored and humbled to be here today to spend some time with you all. As the Masters of Ceremony alluded earlier on, I'm a Member of Parliament representing the Youth Quarter, which means that we have Generation Z in here. I'm a millennial. You combine the two of us, we make up at least 80% of the population in Zimbabwe. Now, everyone in uniform here, in the next election will be a voter. So when you're here participating at such events, showing that you have keen interest in understanding how our capital markets are working, what policies government has. Isusema politicians no vatatofara. Tikaita mayouth anegwara akangwara akachangamuka. We know the vote is safe. So it is it's something that is really close to my heart to be here. And again, I know a lot of you are anxious, but I think the CEO already mentioned we're all winners. So we look forward to the festivities of the day. Now, I admire you for your courage at such an early age to feel inspired to compete at such a high level. I salute your schools and teachers for the work they've done to prepare you and give you the unparalleled exposure to an event that will alter the course of your future. Now, the primary objective of the Capital Markets High Schools Quiz competition is to encourage a broader understanding of financial markets. This competition is not only an event, but a crucial initiative that recognizes and champions the importance of financial literacy and capital market awareness among our youth. I know our speakers already gave us, I think, a spice of what we have in our capital markets. They're well represented. Now, our aim today is clear. That's to shine a spotlight on the powerful role that capital markets play in economic development, household savings mobilization, and capital formation, as well as to foster a generation that is financially literate. We know that these topics at first glance may seem daunting or even inaccessible to many. However, by providing students with the knowledge and skills to navigate these concepts, such competitions aim to break the barriers that can sometimes obscure importance of participating in the capital markets. Now, this program allows us to dispel myths, demystify complexities, and empower individuals from all walks of life to see themselves as active participants in the local financial markets, including securities exchanges. This competition serves as a powerful platform to foster a new generation, one that is not only knowledgeable about capital markets, but also mindful of the value of savings and the benefits of financial literacy. These are values that will resonate throughout our lives, your lives, encouraging prudent financial choices and informed participation in our economy. An economically literate youth is a powerful asset for any nation. And by instilling these values early, we are laying a foundation for a more financially stable and prosperous future for Zimbabwe. Now, through this competition, SECZIM, Financial Markets Indaba, and the Business Weekly have ensured that the schools from all 10 provinces in Zimbabwe are represented, truly leaving no place and no one behind. His Excellency's philosophy comes from the understanding that sometimes God spreads talent evenly, but opportunities are usually concentrated. You'll find that the focus of the Second Republic has been to make sure that nationally there's no place and there's no one left behind, because we realize that our talent in Zimbabwe is spread throughout the country. So you will find that while this is a competition that has been spread throughout, all our programs of government make sure that there's a national element to it. Now, this inclusivity aligns with our national financial inclusion strategy that was running from 2022 to 2026, NFIS2, which builds upon achievements of the initial NFIS, which ran from 2016 to 2020. The NFIS strategy derives its mandate from the National Development Strategy, NDS1. The blueprint supports expanding access to financial services for low-income and marginalized groups to further empower Zimbabweans by enhancing their usage of appropriate and affordable and sustainable financial services. This vision supports broader wealth creation and reinforces the stability of our financial system. Now, this vision begins with you, the young people, the learners. Again, like I said, the AMA 2K, you're a large part of today, but a greater part of tomorrow. I see someone shaking his hand saying, no, I'm not an AMA 2K. But Gen Z, millennials, like I said, will have a huge part to play tomorrow, as much as we have one today. Now, at the heart of this initiative lies our commitment to financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is not only a fundamental human right, but also a significant catalyst for the stability and growth of our financial sector. When all individuals, regardless of their backgrounds, have access to financial resources and are empowered to make informed decisions, we create a society that is both resilient and inclusive. The CEO of Sexim, Mr. Enmo Taringa, mentioned the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, I recommend that book. I actually read that book when I was 18, which is 18 years ago, and it became the foundation of my financial literacy. Mr. CEO, make sure that I'm able to get each person in this room a copy of that book if they don't have it already. This is a gift that I'm going to give everyone in this room. Except for that gentleman who didn't clap. So, everyone minus the one. Inclusivity strengthens our financial stability by reducing the likelihood of parallel destabilizing market activities that can occur when segments of the population are excluded from formal financial systems. We must recognize that financial inclusion is a cornerstone of sustainable and inclusive economic growth. By empowering every individual to participate meaningfully in economic activities, we build a nation where all citizens can contribute to our national goals. When individuals are included in the financial sector, they can save, invest, and secure their futures, creating a ripple effect that benefits the entire nation. Now, through the capital markets education, we aim to extend financial empowerment to the undeserved and vulnerable segments of Zimbabwe's population. This education will equip individuals with the knowledge to make informed financial decisions, protecting them from undue risk and helping them to build secure financial futures. We're committed to ensuring that every Zimbabwean, regardless of their socioeconomic background, can make informed, empowered decisions and choices in the financial sphere. Now, in conclusion, the Capital Markets High School's quiz competition is more than just a competition. It's a vision for Zimbabwe's future. By educating our youth on the importance of savings, financial literacy, and capital markets, we're investing in the future of our economy and in a generation that will be conscious of the vital role these factors play in national development. The presence of the Central African Financial Markets Supervisory Commission, COSUMAF delegation, who are here to observe and consider the quiz for their jurisdiction, confirms that we're on the right track. COSUMAF, we welcome you to our great nation of Zimbabwe and trust that you will benefit immensely from this quiz competition. We have 4 provinces that are here. They're on buses, I think, for at least 2 hours each. But the ladies and gentlemen from COSUMAF came all the way from Central and West Africa. Let's give them a round of applause. They are here for you. Now, we also invite you to take a look at some of our tourist attractions if you have time, dotted all across. If you're just in Harare, we still have those in Harare as well. If you have enough time, please pay a visit to the mighty Victoria Falls, Mosiatoya, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. We'll try to facilitate as much as we can. Now, our goal is to continue promoting initiatives like these, which inspire education and empower. Let us work together to create a Zimbabwe where financial inclusion, stability, and growth are accessible to all. Now, I wish the participants the best of luck as they showcase their knowledge and understanding of our capital markets. May this competition inspire all of us and continue building a financially inclusive and prosperous Zimbabwe for generations to come. Dinotenda, I thank you. Asante sana.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Minister, for those rich remarks, and obviously for the big donation of rich dad, poor dad. Another round of applause. It can really, when I read it, it can really transform your lives. I wished I had read it like years before, but I only read it when I was like almost finished school. So I understand that the Deputy Minister has got other engagements and commitments. So for now, we are going to do a photo shoot so that he is able to, we can have if after the photo shoot, if he still has some time to see maybe first round, then he is still welcome. But for now, let's get that photo shoot out of the way.
Audio Jungle.
Let me ask my schools to come down. Let's take our sports. Nyanga High School. Let's come and take down our sports. Chinoi High School. Chinoi High School, let's come down and take our sports. Monasha High School, our first timers in this quiz, come down. Midlands Christian College, all the way from Gweru. Just a few technical issues with Francis. Do you listen to instructions around your microphones? Remember, you speak loudly so the people in the room can hear you, but your microphones are able to peak because we are recording this for our videos. So also just be aware of that. Are we ready? Schools, are we ready? Right, good morning. As said, my name is Nyaradzo Makombe and I'm going to be a quiz mistress for this morning. Listen to my instructions carefully as we get into round 1. 4 teams are competing, as we can see. There will be random questions, all multiple choice questions, which may include some clues. Players have 10 seconds to answer. The 10 seconds start to count after I've read the entire question and have presented all the answers. Players cannot enter an answer until I've completely finished reading. Once the 10-second timer is ended, players will no longer be able to answer. If a question is not answered, I will provide the answer and move on. With a correct answer, each competing player can add 10 points to the team's total during this round. Each team can collect a maximum of 40 points in this round. When answering questions, players can be able to write their questions or notes on their pads. Each player will answer their own question. Can I reiterate that? It means one player from the team will answer their own question. You are not allowed to confer with your team members. So you're going to have to figure it out who's answering and who goes next in each round. Are my instructions clear? Yes. Are we ready to go? Up first is Nyanga High School Maurice Brothers. Your question. What is an ex-dividend date of a stock? Is it A, the date before which you must own the stock to be entitled to the dividend? Is it B, the date the dividend is paid to shareholders? Or is it C, the date the dividend is announced by the company? You answer?
A.
A is indeed correct, the date before which you must own the stock. Chinoy, your question. How many real estate investment trusts are currently listed on the ZSE? Are they A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, D, 3?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
D.
I cannot hear you.
D.
A little louder, please.
D.
D is your answer. Incorrect. The correct answer is C, 2. Monashe High School, your question. Which orders can be put in the pre-open session? Is it A, market orders, B, limit orders, C, all of the above?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Your answer? C. Incorrect. The correct answer is limit orders, B. Midlands College, your question. What does it mean to short sell a stock? Is it A, buying shares at a low price? Is it B, selling borrowed stock, which the expectation it will decline in value? Let me take that again. B, selling borrowed stock with the expectation it will decline in value. Or C, selling stocks to cover losses. D, selling stocks and buying them back in the same trading session. Your answer?
B.
B is the correct answer. Selling borrowed stock with expectation it will decline in value. Nyanga, your second question. The current market price of a commodity at which it can be bought or sold for immediate delivery is A, spot price, B, settlement price, C, delivery price, D, strike price.
9, 8, 7, 6.
A spot price.
A, spot price, indeed correct. Chinoi, your question. Which of the following is a primary market activity? Which of the following is a primary market activity? Is it A, selling debt securities, B, exercising call options, C, buying options, D, initial public offering, IPO?
9, 8.
Initial public offering.
Indeed correct. The answer is D. Monashe, your question. What is the difference between common stock and preferred stock? Is it A, common stock receives dividends and preferred stock does not? Is it B, preferred stock is more volatile than common stock? Is it C, there is no difference, they are the same? Is it D, common stock has voting rights and preferred stockholders typically do not?
9, 8.
D is indeed the correct answer. Midlands, your question. What does the term PE ratio stand for? Is it A, price to equity ratio? Is it B, price to earnings ratio? Is it C, profit to earnings ratio? D, profit to equity ratio? B is correct. Maurice Nyanga High School, your question. Which are the challenges faced by the commodity sector that led to the development of the ZMX? Is it A, price fluctuations, B, low demand, C, low supply, D, political stability?
9, 8, 7.
A.
A is indeed correct, Maurice Nyanga. Chinoi, your question. What type of analysis focuses on evaluating financial statements and key ratios to determine a company's value? Is it A, fundamental analysis, B, technical analysis, C, share analysis, D, quantitative analysis?
9, 8.
A.
A is indeed correct, Chinoi. Munashe High School, your question. What can be an indicator of a company's strength in its market? Is it A, high debt to equity ratio, B, low profit margin, C, low PE ratio, D, high return on assets ratio?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Your answer?
A.
Incorrect. The correct answer is high return on assets ratio, which is D. Midlands, your question. In the context of publicly traded companies, what does float refer to? In the context of publicly traded companies, what does float refer to? Is it A, the total number of shares owned by insiders? Is it B, the number of shares available for trading in the market? Is it C, the market capitalization of the company? Or is it D, the share price stability?
9.
B.
B is indeed correct, the number of shares available for trading in the market. Final round of questions in round 1. Nyanga, your question. Who holds cash and securities pending settlement to ensure no defaults? Is it A, custodian bank? Is it B, settlement bank? Is it C, ZMX?
9, 8.
Custodian bank.
Custodian bank, correct. Chinoi, your question. Which of the following is a characteristic of high yield bonds? Is it A, they are always risk-free? Is it B, they offer lower interest rates? Is it C, they carry a higher risk of default? Or is it D, they are usually issued by government entities?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Your answer? B is incorrect. The correct answer is C, they carry a higher risk of default. Munashe, your question. Which of the following statements about ETF is true? ETF means exchange traded funds. So which of the following statements about exchange traded funds is correct or is true? ETFs can be traded without a broker. B, ETFs are not allowed to have commodities as underlying instruments. C, ETFs can trade at a premium or discount to the net asset value. Or D, ETFs can only be traded over the counter.
9, 8, 7.
C.
C is indeed the correct answer, Munashe High School. Final question for Midlands Christian College. Who participates mainly as the depositors and sellers of commodities on the ZMX? Who participates mainly as the depositors and sellers of commodities on the ZMX? Is it A, custodians? Is it B, producers? Is it C, speculators?
9, 8.
C.
Incorrect. The correct answer is producers. And that brings us to the end of round 1. Well done, schools.
Audio Jungle.
Things slightly change in this round. This is what we call the category round. Teams take turns to individually ask and complete the 3-question categories, right? The round ends after all 4 teams have each completed their categories. Questions are worth 20 points. A correct response ends the point value for the question. The point value associated with the question is also deducted for wrong answers. So a non-answer does not impact the score. Each team must designate only one player to provide the team's answer to each question in this round. That could be your team captain. The team has 10 seconds to confer, then I will ask the team captain for the team's decision either to answer, to pass, or to toss. The 10 seconds start after I've read the entire question. Teams may answer before the 10 seconds have been finished. Teams may also to choose to pass on the question. That means not to answer the question. And if you decide not to answer the question, you don't incur anything. Nothing happens to your response. Tossing a question, each team is allowed 3 tosses in this round, 1 per category with a toss. The team will send the question and its associated points to others competing teams. The opposing teams then have 10 seconds to confer and answer the question. The question must be answered. The opposing team cannot choose to pass at that point. For example, if Team A tosses a 10-point question to Team B will have to answer the question. If correct, Team B gets 10 points. If incorrect, they lose 10 points. A team may not re-toss the question back to the original team. Once the opposing team answers the tossed question, the category continues with the original team completing the rest of the category of questions. On passing questions, teams have the option of not answering the question. There is no penalty for that. I think we are clear. Are we clear? Are you ready? Right. Nyanga, we start with you. Which of the following is not a type of security traded on the ZSE? Is it A, common stock, B, debentures, I hope I got that correct. Debentures, right. This is why you're the brilliant students. So is it A, common stock, B, debentures, C, options, D, exchange traded notes?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The light came on at 1, your answer? Options is the correct one. You're actually correct. Please speak louder. He was doubting himself. Remember, at this point now, the team captain can answer your questions and you guys are allowed to confer. If you're not sure of the answer, you're allowed to pass or toss it to the next team. All right. Chinoi, your question. Storage, cleaning, weighing, grading and certification of commodities and the ultimate issuance of a warehouse receipt to the farmer is done by A, regulators, B, warehouses, C, financial institutes.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Your answer?
B, warehouse.
B, warehouses. Correct. Munashe, your question. New technology affects the price of what? A, metal commodities, B, livestock and meat commodities, C, energy commodities.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Please do speak up. The answer is correct. Energy commodities, correct. Midlands, your question. Which of the following types of analysis is primarily concerned with historical price movements and volume patterns? Is it A, fundamental analysis? Is it B, technical analysis? Is it C, qualitative analysis? Or is it D, economic analysis?
9, 8.
C is incorrect. The correct answer is B, technical analysis. Maris Nyanga, your question. Which index tracks the performance of all the companies listed on the ZSE, VFEX, and FinSec? Is it A, ZSE All Share Index? Is it B, Zimbabwe National Stock Market Index? Is it C, VFEX All Share Index? Is it ZSE Consumer Discretionary Index?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
A.
A is incorrect. The correct answer is B. It's the Zimbabwe National Stock Market Index. Chinoi, your question. It's getting interesting, isn't it? Your question. What is a forward market? Is it A forward market is a market in which contracts are entered into to buy or sell financial instruments or commodities at some future date? Or is it B, a forward market is a platform where all transactions are processed by a central authority that guarantees the prices and delivery dates? Or is it C, a forward market is where buyers and sellers trade commodities at prices decided by the government?
9, 8.
Your answer?
A.
A is indeed correct, Chinwe. Monasha High School, your question. Technical analysis is not concerned about the intrinsic value of a share. Instead, share price changes are predicted from the study of graphs on which prices and sometimes trading volumes are plotted. Is this A, true, B, false?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your response? True is indeed correct in National High School. Midlands College, your question. Which of the following instruments is not a money market instrument? Is it A, treasury bills, B, common stock, C, repurchase agreements?
9, 8, 7, 6.
Common stock.
Common stock is indeed correct, Midlands Christian College. Final round of questions in this round. Should be the final round of questions, yes. Maris Nyanga, your question. All of the following are types of preference shares except A, cumulative preference shares, B, redeemable preference shares, C, Class A preference shares, D, participating preference shares.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
D.
D is incorrect. The correct answer is C, Class A preference shares. Chinoi, what is liquidity when trading securities? Is it A, the degree to which a security can be quickly and cheaply turned into cash? Is it B, liquidity refers to the profitability of a security? Is it C, liquidity refers to the ability of a company to pay off its current liabilities?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Your answer?
A.
A is indeed correct, Shinoe. I don't know if I'm hot or I'm not hot. Something is definitely going on. Munashe, your question. Real estate instruments trusts are required by law to distribute at least 80% of their taxable income to unit holders at least once every financial year. Is this A, true, or is it B, false?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your answer?
True.
It is true, correct. Final question in this round, Midlands Christian College. What are depository receipts? What are depository receipts? Are they A, financial instruments that represent ownership of a company's tangible assets in physical form? Are they B, securities that allow investors to buy shares of foreign companies without having to deal directly with the foreign stock exchanges? Is it C, short-term loans provided to corporations for operational purposes? Or is it D, government-issued securities that pay a fixed interest rate to investors?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
B.
B is indeed correct. And that brings us to the end of round 2. Thank you very much. We'll allow you to breathe. We are going into round 3. So we are in the exciting part of the competition. Our final 2 rounds are very short. Can I ask that our audiences behave and do not shout questions? Or shout answers rather, because at some point I heard some answers coming from the audiences. Let's not do that. And unfortunately, if you're in uniform, you'll get your team disqualified. It's not acceptable, so let us enjoy the games. So let's get into round 3, and the instructions are: this category can contain or include questions that include true or false questions, or this or that questions. Players are given 2 answer options and must select one. Players have 10 seconds to answer. 10 seconds will start to count after I've read the entire question and all answer options. Players cannot enter an answer until I've finished reading. Once the 3-second timer is ended, players will no longer be able to answer. Answering, each team must designate only one player to provide the team's answer to each question, which could be your team captain. The team has 10 seconds to confer, and then I will ask the team captain for the team's decision to answer, pass or toss. The 10 seconds start after I've read the entire question, and teams may answer before the 10 seconds have finished. Note, in this round, a question will be presented to a team, and if they attempt it, it will be retired. So if a team attempts that question and get it wrong, we retire the question. But if they pass the opportunity to answer the question, we offer it to the next team. And we continue to pass it down until everybody has had an opportunity either to decline the question or have answered it. Then we retire that question and go back where we left off. Are we clear in this round? Incorrect answers result in a 5-point deduction. Non-answers do not impact the score. So players are also allowed to confer with their teammates. So Nyanga, we start with you. Ready? Which of the following is not a use of stock market indices? Is it A, they are used as a benchmark to measure portfolio performance, B, to create and track index funds, C, to determine the current interest rates in the market, D, to estimate market rates of return?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Your answer? C is indeed correct. Chinoi, which of the following is a method of bringing shares for listing on a stock exchange? Is it A, introduction, B, share buyback? Is it C, share splits?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Your answer?
C.
C is incorrect. The correct answer is introduction, which is A. Munashe, your question. What is dematerialization in financial markets? Is it A, the process of replacing physical certificates and certified deeds indicating ownership of securities for an electronic record of ownership of securities? Or is it B, the process where a company delists on a stock exchange? Or is it C, selling shares of a company in the secondary market?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your answer? A is indeed correct, Munasha High School. Midlands Christian College, your question. Which order can be executed immediately? Is it A, limit order? Is it B, market order? Is it C, stop loss order?
9, 8, 7.
B.
B is correct, market order. Final round of questions in this round. Nyanga High School, your question. Which company operates ZMX? Is it A, Financial Securities Exchange, B, TSL Limited, C, CBZ Limited, D, the government of Zimbabwe? Which company operates ZMX?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
A.
A is indeed correct. Financial Securities Exchange. Chinoi, your question. The concept of expiry date is not applicable in A, equity shares, B, future contracts, C, option contracts.
9, 8,
A is indeed correct, equity shares. Munashe, your question. If you buy a company's bond, you own part of the company, B, you have lent the money to the company, or C, you are liable for the company's debts.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
B is indeed correct, Nashe. You have lent the money to the company. Midlands Christian College, your question. How many warehouses are registered with the ZMX? Is it A, 10, B, 20, C, 18, D, 5?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
5.
The correct answer is 18, actually. That's incorrect. That is the end of round 3.
Audio Jungle.
Instructions. 10 questions will be fired at all teams, one after the other. 10 points for correct answer minus 5 points for the wrong answer. When answering, the team that presses the buzzer first gets a chance to answer it. If a team presses the buzzer before the question is over, they will be asked to answer the question without it being completed. If a question is not answered by the first team who pressed the bell, the team that pressed the bell second gets to answer that question. The question has to be answered within the 20 seconds. If 2 teams press the buzzer together, there will be a coin toss, or we refer to our VAR. We can replay the video to decide then who gets to answer that question. So if the first team answers it correctly, they get a point. If they give a wrong answer, they lose 5 points. Then the next team that pressed the buzzer gets to answer. There are penalties. If a team doesn't answer or gives a wrong answer after they've pressed the buzzer, they will lose 5 points. Teams are allowed to discuss among themselves and then press the buzzer to answer that question. No discussions will happen after you've pressed the buzzer. Judges, I will need you for the lights. I hope all our lights are working well. Let's go. Question. Can you test your lights, all of you? So, right. Question.
Yes. Just for clarification, because in our poll we had said we have to wait for the question to finish. Are we doing that, or are the settings back to default?
Ideally, I ask that you let me finish the question, but I know that most of you want to beat the buzzer. But if you press the button before I finish the question, you will have to answer me with the appropriate answer. You cannot say to me A or B because you have no idea what my A or B would have been. Are we clear about that? So if you decide to interrupt me, you have to give me the correct answer, the actual answer. I will not take A or B or C as an answer. Are we clear? So even if you interrupt my question and answer you, it has to be correct. So you are taking a chance. Are we clear? Is that all right? Great. Let's go. Question number 1. What is the clearing and settlement period for securities on the ZSE? Is it A, T+1, B, T+2? There was a button, Munashe. T+3 is your question, your answer. It is indeed correct. Question number 2. A market financial situation which is characterized by the investors' confidence, optimism, and
Bull market.
bull market is correct. Oh my. Question 3. I'm scared to ask questions. Somebody's mind reading. When a buyer offers to buy shares of stock at a given price, this is called? What went wrong? Munashe? Bid price is correct, Munashe. Our answers would have been bid price, ask price, or order price, but the correct answer is bid price. Question number 4. What is the meaning of duration in bond investing? Is it A, it is a rough estimate of how long it will take to reach your goal? It is the number of years a bond issuer has gone without a negative credit event? Or is it C, it is a measure of a bond's interest rate sensitivity? Nyanga High School? C is indeed correct, Nyanga. Question 5. Which is generally the biggest risk to making a solid return in bonds? Is it A, rising?
Rise in inflation.
Well, it didn't come to play. I would have said A, rising inflation, B, a rising stock market that attracts investment assets at the expense of bonds, or C, growing government budget deficits. And the correct answer is rising inflation. Question number 6. What do we call the process when the stored commodity is used as collateral to secure a loan to finance household consumption, investment needs, and or working capital needs in the interim? Is it A, warehouse receipt financing, warehouse receipt? Nyanga? A, warehouse receipt financing. And that's all I managed to say. There was a warehouse receipt holders and there was C, post-harvest financing. So Nyanga gets that correct. Question 7. Second last question. And the deal is done. Question 7. Which system acts as a central warehouse receipt depository? Midlands Christian College, we all saw that. Unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. Judges, we move on to the next question. Sorry? Oh, I have to finish the questions. Right. So, this is still up for grabs, apparently, because I had not read the answers. Which system acts as a central warehouse receipt depository and maintains the warehouse receipt registry? Is it A, electronic warehouse receipt system, B, automated trading system, C, clearing and settlement system? Nyanga High School? A. A is indeed correct, electronic warehouse receipt system. Final question. Investing in real estate investment funds allows the shareholder to A, invest in... Is it Nyanga? Which one was first? Nyanga. Yes, your answer?
It allows the investor to invest in an income-producing real estate.
Indeed correct. Invest in income-producing real estate. And on that note, we drop the mic on the competition.
Audio Jungle.
Thank you. Apart from the obvious one, where we are all winners for participating and investing in knowledge, there are other rewards that the participating teams are going to get. So from the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, each finalist school is going to get their toolkit, and may I call upon the CEO, right, and Farai, to come and distribute the toolkits to the learners. And Josh will be on the alert so that you can take the pictures one school at a time. Yes. So you can stand. No, you can come in to stand here. All I have to do is
place it here.
So you can stand in there for the
thank you
photo
so much.
picture.
Save it. Took it.
There. Can the captain just hold it a bit? Thank you, Midlands Christian College.
Thank you very much.
Looking for
I think we took it on something for the patronage.
for the patron, yes. Where is Midlands? Midlands, where are you?
The patron.
The others.
Where are all the others?
All the team members.
One can get this.
They can collect that and wait.
All right, and each participating student is also getting a T-shirt from ZB, the ones that the judges are wearing. So you all get a T-shirt. And each participating student plus Masab, we are also going to get the shoe vouchers from Chika Shoes. So the winners are also going to get this trophy. This trophy has been awarded to the who announced the name for coming first in the 2024 Capital Markets High School Quiz Competition, and it has been sponsored by Nivetel Capital. So let's give them the first runner-up will get a shield. The third runner-up, the second runner-up will also get a shield. So it's the trophy, then shield and shield. Also, the winning team is going to get $2,000 or its equivalent. The runner-up will get $1,000 or its equivalent. The third placed school will get $500 or its equivalent. And then the fourth runner-up, this one, it goes to the participating students. That's for the fourth runner-up. They'll get, each student will get $50 or its equivalent, plus the coaching as well.
We are all
So something for everybody.
right. I'm glad that Kudzi then told us what's up for us. So no one is a loser in this. So I'm going to announce as we go, and then also just give notes that the judges gave me, because I think some of us will want to explain us on what happened, especially with the ups and downs that went on with the competition. So in fourth place, it's my hometown school, Midlands Christian College. No worries. No worries. Midlands Christian College did absolutely well, but they were slow in the buzz around. This is where your letdown was. They had a good run, and then just a bit slow in the buzz around. This is where we lost out. But well done, you don't go away without anything. In third position is Maris Nyanga High School from Manicaland with 100 points. Maris Nyanga High School had a very good run. Unfortunately for them, they lost two of the biggest questions where they lost 40 points because they were worth 20 points. And it shut them down, but with an absolutely good run. So this is the one we were saying you should toss pass. There were no points for passing it. They could have easily tossed it and took a team down. In second position is Chinoi High School with 115 points. And the good run, we saw Chinoi struggling first, they picked up, and unfortunately for them, lost out on that other question that lost them points. It was heavy. And the 2024 Capital Markets High School champion! Financial High School! First time on the quiz. First time winners. Well done. Well done, Financial High School. So the trophy is absolutely yours. You can put your name on it.
Audio Jungle.